Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, back again with another Timepieces for Tomorrow video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please be sure to do so. It's where you're watching this, youtube.com/Irix Guy, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Or you can just head on over to timepiecesfortomorrow.com and find all of my wristwatch related content. So this video I want to talk about a very important thing that a lot of especially first-time watch buyers may not think about, and that's case height or case thickness. So this right here is a Panerai PAM 112, a Panerai Luminor. This is a 44 millimeter case, 44 millimeter case. So kind of on the larger end, you know, there are larger timepieces, but 44 is pretty good size. But when you're dealing with a larger piece, such as this 44, versus a slimmer piece, and not as large piece, which is 39 millimeters. So this is a Tudor Black Bay 58, and you can see the case thickness or the case height of the Panerai is a lot thicker. And why does that matter? You know, for a lot of people, it may be a desirable characteristic. You know, for some people, it may be a less than desirable characteristic. Why would it be a positive? Why would it be a negative? Well, that's what I'm about to answer within this video. So if you're wearing rather a smaller wristwatch that typically won't have as great a case height. And again, this is significant case height for a 39 millimeter. You know, when you're dealing with dress watches, you're getting a lot of pieces like the JJ Lecoultre that even is not the ultra thin, but the master control like I have, JJ Lecoultre, it's still very thin, a lot thinner than this 39 millimeter Tudor Black Bay, and it's a 40 millimeter. So case height, it can make the wristwatch more noticeable. You know, if you're someone that wants to be recognized, obviously a larger watch with a thicker case, a greater case height, is going to be more noticeable. If you want something that is less noticeable, obviously a case height that is less, and you know it's not going to just really stand off your wrist, off the top of your wrist, like a like a less thick case. So it's a matter of personal preference. You know, I like to wear all different types of timepieces. I mean, that's my thing. I like the differences. And you know, with case height, not only are you thinking about the appearance, but also if you're wearing a dress shirt, you know, something with a lesser case height, a lesser case thickness is going to more easily slide underneath the cuff of your dress shirt. Whereas something like the Panerai PAM Luminor, which is significant case height, may not slide under that dress shirt. So you may have your, cuff and it may kind of be sticking out. Maybe that's what you want. But, you know, typically when I'm wearing a dress shirt, I'm going to be wearing a JJ Lecoultre. You know, that's kind of my dress watch. So, you know, it's a matter of personal preference. What you like, why you like it to wear smaller or larger. If everybody was the same, everybody would have the exact same watch and there wouldn't be any variety. You know, that's just how it is. And I think, you know, I'm not going to say one's better than the other. I like them all. And again, it's whatever kind of mood you're in. You know, maybe you want just a very simple timepiece. It's very small, very discreet. You know, maybe you want something that's larger and more stand outish. You know, maybe you're, I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, maybe you want to be noticed, maybe you don't. So, you know, case thickness, not just talking about the diameter of a watch. You know, you often think, well, you know, I'm gonna go 39 millimeter to 42 millimeter on the large size, or 44 to really look big. Whatever your goals may be, you probably may not have thought about case thickness. And case thickness or case height, you can use those two terms interchangeably, that's a characteristic rather of a wristwatch, that when you're in that authorized dealer and you're trying pieces on, that you may be like, well, this feels different, but you know, the piece I just tried on was 40 millimeters. This one's also 40 millimeters. Why do they feel different? And you may not have thought to look at the case height or the case thickness. So now you know to think about that. And there's a lot of things that can make a timepiece have a greater height or greater thickness. That can be the type of movement that's in it. That can be the design of the dial. You know, there's a lot of pieces. One that comes to mind immediately is the Tudor chronograph, the Panda or the reverse Panda. You know, those pieces, the most current references, they reduce the case height or the case thickness of the piece, and they still, I think, use the same movement as the previous reference, but they reduce the distance between the sapphire crystal and the dial. So, you know, you can reduce thickness by, you know, using a smaller movement. You can reduce thickness by reducing the distance between the sapphire crystal and the dial. You know, there's a lot of things, and even it may have a particular timepiece may have a small movement, but for whatever reason, that manufacturer threw it in an extremely large case. It's hard to say, man. It really is, but just be aware that when you slap on that wristwatch, and two wristwatches of the same size may feel completely different and look different on the wrist. Look at the case height, look at the case thickness, and you'll be like, whoa, dude, I remember watching that Timepieces for Tomorrow guy on YouTube. That's me. And, you know, he shared this video. It's just stuff like that that you may not think about, especially as a new wristwatch connoisseur. And speaking of wristwatch connoisseurs, Archibald Chesterfield III. If you haven't checked out his videos, check them out. I'll flash up a YouTube card. Archie Luxury is without a doubt, in my opinion, my professional opinion, the most knowledgeable wristwatch personality in the world. I've been watching his informative, educational wristwatch content since I had my Omega Seamaster 300M, and I was looking for some other quality timepieces. And you know, he's never failed as far as recommendations are concerned, although he will disagree with my Ulysses Nardin pretty much. You know, if you watch his videos, you will probably become well educated as well. And my format on this channel, Irish Guys Adventure channel, and this is the Timepieces for Tomorrow video playlist. You can also just go to timepiecesfortomorrow.com and you can find all my timepiece related videos. But my goal for this is to share honest, just, in my opinion, tell you how it is, wristwatch type content that I hope you'll find to be entertaining and or educational. Because we've all been there. You know, for whatever reason, you know, you're a new collector. I'll pat you on the back, I'll applaud, because that's great. You know, in this digital world, there's not a lot of, there's been a perceived lesser amount of enthusiasm surrounding mechanical watches. And they're very cool, and there's a lot of differences, and we will dive in great depth into discussing the differences of various timepieces within the Timepieces for Tomorrow video playlist. So subscribe, check out all the videos in my playlist, and ring that bell icon to be notified whenever I post another video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment below, ask your questions, help to prompt me. Oh, that was freaky. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say the device name, because if you have one, it might wake up. But that device that comes from that online retailer where you say their name and you ask a question, it just randomly started talking in the other room. And it said, do you want to see me tap dance? So I do not know. I do not know what's going on with that A-word device, but that's kind of freaky that it woke up on its own, and it said that. So with that being said, subscribe, ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video, and comment below, ask your questions, because again, I'm always looking for new video ideas here for Timepieces for tomorrow. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain Irix Guy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Irix Guy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.